Hello my beauties, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I just get stuck in like little time warp holes and time just escapes me. I don't know why. We are in a different setting today. I woke up extra early so I can come to the park. It's like 6:30 in the morning and it's already like heating up. And so I hope the lighting's okay. We're gonna try this out. And today we're gonna be doing a different type of video. Today is the special awesome video that's Q&A. So questions and answers that I have gathered from your guys' comments, from Instagram, and just in general. And I really wanted to get kind of more in depth with this video. So not just like superficial surface level questions, but I will like be talking about like my insecurities, weaknesses, fears. I feel like you can't really get to know a person by just like, oh, what's their favorite color or drink, you know, or food. And if you guys want to hear about any of the subjects like more in depth, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to do like a separate video on it. Ooh, is it getting cloudy? But anyways, let's get started. I hope you guys are doing well. I am sipping on my little new obsession this month. It's a matcha tea latte with foamy super coffee milk. I absolutely love it. It has like 0 sugar, maybe like 10 calories, and it is amazing. So I just have a little list of all the questions you guys asked, and let's just jump into it. So first question is, who do you watch on YouTube? Honestly, I have not been watching as much of YouTube as I would love to, but honestly, it's my OG favorites that I always like love to watch, like Kathleen Lights, Emily Noel. I watch a bunch of like smaller YouTubers as well. I have a couple friends that I've made here on YouTube that we kind of like watch each other's content, and just things and people that really make me happy, bring me in good vibes, you know, those are the things that I'm interested in. But in general, what I'm really drawn to are like beauty videos. I love me a good declutter or like organizing videos, and then haul videos, because those are like some of my favorites, when like people just buy things in shop hauls and give me like a little insight of what they have purchased. So that's what I watch on YouTube. Next question is, how did you get started with YouTube and why? Oh boy, so it's a long story. I've been on YouTube for over 5-6 years, I want to say now, and I know you guys won't believe this because it's kind of hard to believe and like grasp my mind around, but I actually started YouTube when I was in a very dark, depressed state in my life, and YouTube like saved me. It was my only time in life where I could just like think about something else and like try to stay positive. And if you, which please don't, but if you ever like see any of my like past videos like years ago, like honestly I wouldn't even watch myself at this point, because I just seemed like super sad, depressed, like serious, because that's how I felt at the time. I was going through a lot in my life, from like my parents divorcing to being in a toxic relationship. It was just like a lot to handle, and I just was not in a happy place. And I don't know how I got started. I just loved watching all my YouTubers, like Kathleen Lights. Like I loved her energy. I loved like what she brought to me. And so what she did for me, I really wanted to do for others. And I wanted to like bring people up and make them smile and like make them forget like the reality, the shitty reality of life, you know? Just for a few minutes, for a couple moments, like that was so special to me. And so that is why and how I started my YouTube channel. Next question is a random question, but I do have a horse painting in my bedroom, and somebody asked me, is the horse on the wall an Arabian stallion? I honestly have no idea. I think it's just like a random horse. I'll either insert a picture or you can see the horse in any of my other recent videos. I just got it, I think at TJMaxx or Ross, either one of them. I got this super cool like neutral horse painting. I absolutely love it. It has like little glitter particles, but honestly I'm not a horse specialist, so I'm not sure what kind of horse it is, but I love the painting. I feel like it goes so good with the aesthetic of my room. Next question is, advice that you could give to somebody starting their channel. Oh my gosh, you guys, honestly, that's a video in itself. I have so much advice, but I feel like my top 3 or my top couple advice points would be, first of all, lighting, which is not the best for me today because the sun is just like beaming from the east side right now. So lighting is priority. I feel like you need light in the front. So this is not a good example of that, but I do recommend lighting. I feel like lighting and angles is almost everything aside from the personality. So lighting front a lot, and I love the ring lights because they give you lighting from all the angles, so they give you like a true image of what something is. Also angles, I always try to position my camera a little bit higher than eye level, but I feel like today I'm also eye level, so I guess I'm not taking any of my advice today, but that's what I would recommend. A little bit higher, so you sit a little bit lower so it like flatters you. Posture I think is important, but number one thing, advice, is just be yourself. And just imagine that whatever you're talking to, you're just venting to a good friend that you trust, that you respect, that you have fun with, and just go at it and just have a conversation and just be yourself. Don't hold back. In a lot of my videos, like in the past, like the first couple years I started on YouTube, I just was so afraid to just get out of my shell and open up. Like I thought like too much is not too much on camera. Like I feel like I'm an extremely like outgoing, dramatic kind of person, and I talk a lot with my hands, and I always thought like, oh my gosh, it's gonna seem so silly on camera, but honestly it's not. I feel like the camera kind of calms down whatever the expression is, so if you're loud, it doesn't seem like you're that loud on camera. But maybe I'm just like overthinking it. But either way, just be yourself, smile a lot, personality and smile, because unless you want to make like a super sad, depressing video, when my first videos, when I started recording, I never like smiled, and I was always like this. And what I didn't realize is that just smiling a little bit, oh my gosh, the lighting's getting really bad. Just by giving a little bit of a smile when you talk just lightens up the whole video, just lightens up the whole mood. So yeah, those are my advices. So lighting, angles, personality, don't hold back. Just show who you are. You know, there's always going to be people that don't like you. You can't please everyone, you know. And if you are your true self, then at least like you have no regrets that like, oh my gosh, I was trying to fit in, be somebody, and they didn't like the fake me. Like, no, if somebody didn't like you, then they didn't like who you really are, and that's okay. That's okay. At least you were like true to yourself. So personality, don't hold back, and just smile, and maybe posture. Okay, I think those are like the main small advices I could give you guys. Okay, next question is, do I have any tattoos, and would I ever get any? Okay, so some of you guys probably know this because I think I mentioned it in my first ever Q&A. I do not have tattoos, actual tattoos, but this is a secret. I don't think like almost anyone knows besides like a handful of people. This right here, this little beauty mark, it's darker now because I penciled it in, but when I was younger, I actually had a natural beauty mark here. And then when I started like going in the sun and tanning, it faded away. So I actually had this touched up like years, like maybe like 8-10 years ago, like a little tattoo. I don't know if it's considered a tattoo or like a semi-permanent, like I don't know. I don't even know what you would call it, but like it was like a tattoo gun was used, but it faded back. Like if I take this off, like there's almost like you can barely see it, so I just touch it up. But yeah, that's technically kind of like a tattoo. But no, I don't have any other tattoos. Have I considered them? Oh, of course. I am a huge advocate of like art and expressing who you are, and if I was to get any, that's I think the problem is like I would have such a hard time picking something because I would get addicted. I would like go all out and like get every inch of my body tattooed because I would get addicted. I'm that type of personality. Even though I don't have an addictive personality, I feel like with art and like just beauty, like I don't know, I feel like if I get one, I'm gonna get like 10, and I'm not sure what I would get I even have some pictures of like side cherry blossoms right here, like on the side of pictures that I took to like maybe get a tattoo at one point, or like a cute little owl. I love owls, but no, as of today, 2022, I don't have any tattoos on my body physically. Next question, how do I like settling in? Honestly, I love it here. It took me months to settle in. You guys know I took like a little mini break from YouTube just because like my schedule was different and the environment was different, and I was trying to adjust my work and the drive because I live in a different city now. So it took me a while, but I love it here. It is so quiet. I actually came to a park. Those are my apartments right here. And it's crazy because I've already been living there for like 6 months since January, and it's insane because I only have like 6 more months, and then I have to decide like what I do and if I'm gonna stay here, if I'm gonna move. I've been looking at houses, but now with the market, like forget about it. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. But it's crazy how like half a year already went by, and I came to the little park right next to the apartments, and I love it here. It's just so nice and quiet and like peaceful. And yeah, I just love it here. And if you guys don't know, I'm in Chandler right now. So I've lived in like every city in Arizona, I feel like. Not every city, but like I lived in Phoenix and Tempe and Old Town Scottsdale. So like Chandler's one of my favorite cities by far. So we'll see what the next year brings, but yeah, I love it here. Next question, would you ever meet a Subbie, which is like a subscriber for coffee? Heck yeah. If you guys are in town, Chandler, I will even drive out to you to like any surrounding cities. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to like meet you guys in person and get coffee. I actually met at least one subscriber. Debbie, if you're watching this, you're it, because she was in town for like some treatment, and I was like, oh my gosh, if you're in town, of course I'm gonna come meet you and see you. And it's been like such an amazing time, and it was a blessing to get to know her. She is such a phenomenal person. She actually has a channel here, so I will go ahead and like link it somewhere, or just follow her. She's here on YouTube too. She goes by Debutante, a lot of like beauty, makeup, and she has an amazing life story as well. Super inspiring. So I would definitely recommend you go check her out. But yes, I would be so down to meet you guys for coffee and just meet up. That'd be amazing. Next question is, what is your age? Okay, so I am officially 29. I just turned 29 in June. I'm a June baby. I am a Gemini, which is crazy because I totally see it. Like, I can be extremely extroverted or super introverted. It's like the craziest thing. But I guess everything is just perspective and how you look at things. And I do see like every side of a story or an argument, which is crazy because, you know, it kind of messes with your head a little bit. But yes, I am at 29. I am really excited to start my 30s. I feel like between you guys and I think 30s are gonna be the best decade of my life. I don't know, I just have this feeling like people are always like scared to get older, but I was always like a little bit like older internally and a little bit more mature for my age. So I always hung out with like older people, so I always wanted to like match that. And so I am super excited about next year, turning 30. Like, it's gonna be a wonderful time of my year. Like, I am the happiest I've ever been. And I just feel most stable at this point of life. And things are finally like settling in for me. And so I feel like 30s are gonna be the best decade. Super excited for that. What are your goals? Anything you're looking forward to this year? Yeah, I mean, I have goals. If any one of you guys know me, I live by like lists and goals and check off boxes because I always want to do things. Goals, to answer the question, I mean, ideally to buy a house someday soon, maybe not. I also, one of my goals is to get a promotion at work because I feel like I've been doing like such an amazing job. I love my work environment now, and I would love to just get a promotion. So that's one of my goals by the end of 2022. That's my goal. Let's be specific, because I know when you do goals and, you know, writing them down, you have to be super specific to what you want to achieve. So that's one of my goals. What was the other question? Anything you're looking forward to this year? Yes, super looking forward to. I'm actually going to Seattle next Saturday. Yes, so I'm finally getting out of town. Oh my gosh, I've been like saving for this trip for so long. I'm going for 4 days to Seattle, Washington. I'm flying out on Saturday morning, super excited. I have a whole like itinerary list of things I want to do. I want to go to like the rotating spin needle restaurant. I want to go kayaking at Lake Union, I think it's called. I also want to go to the first Starbucks, to like the little Google store that you don't technically like check out. You just pick things up and they charge you like via cameras and weighted shelves. Really interesting concept. Plus a couple food places because I'm a total foodie. And so yes, I'm so looking forward to it. It's not even funny. Super excited. Yes, so that's what I'm looking for. Also, another goal is I've started volunteering at my church on Sundays, and I'm only doing it once a month, so I want to increase the amount to twice a month, just because like I feel like I'm not doing enough. And so that's another one of my goals for this year. Let's see what else. Oh, also I totally forgot. See, this is why it's so nice to have like little sheets, because I will always forget to mention something, and then after I record I'm like, oh, but I forgot to mention this. And by the way, this video, it took me so long because I lost this piece of paper with all my notes, and so I just found it like a few days ago, and I'm like, whew, finally, time to record. But another thing I forgot is I got tickets to the Maverick City concert in July. So yeah, I'll be going to like my first Christian concert, and I am super stoked because Maverick City has some amazing jams. Like, you wouldn't even believe how like soulful music can be. It's just like wow. So we got some tickets. I'm super excited because they're gonna be in Phoenix, in Arizona. So that's what I'm doing. And then also I really, probably not this year because there's a lot going on, but next year my goal is to do Halloween in Disneyland. I've been wanting to do it for a couple years now, but like with COVID and everything else, plus you have to save up because everything's like so expensive nowadays. Maybe next year for Halloween, I would love to go to Disneyland because I heard it's like a whole different experience. I've been to Disneyland before, but not on any like holidays or Thanksgiving or anything. So I feel like it's gonna be a different experience, and I love Halloween because it's so much fun with like dressing up. So that's another thing I really want to do next year. Another important goal of mine is to hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I want to hit at least 6,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So we'll see if it will happen. I really want to like post more, but that's like a small little goal of mine that I really want to achieve, just because like I want to spread this joy, and I just feel like I have so much like wisdom and good energy to share and give and like uplift people. You know, I've always struggled with like, oh my gosh, finding my purpose and what's my purpose in life, but I feel like that's what my purpose is just to like spread good energy and like lift people up. And I really want to do that through like YouTube. I feel like that's one of my favorite platforms to do that on, and so that's one of my other goals. And I think that's it for goals. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, so next question is something no one knows about you unless you told them. Okay, so I put down volunteer at church because I just recently started and no one knows that except like you guys now and like my family. But another thing is that I'm Polish. Like, I feel like everyone's like, oh my gosh, you might have like a slightest accent. Like, are you from here? No, I'm actually Polish. So like I was born and I'm originally from Poland, and I came here with my family when I was like 7, 8. So yeah, I'm Polish, ta-da! So before it gets too hot, I really want to get into the nitty-gritty things. So we're going to talk about the things that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So one of my fears, honestly, I feel like because I've been through some things in life, I do fear love, or like loss of love, because you know, once like you've been there and like something like you've been crushed or like defeated, you're really afraid of stepping in that boundary again. So one of my fears is definitely like loss of love or like loved ones, and I'm just like afraid of loving fully people because of that fear of mine. Like, I don't want to give all because I'm just afraid it's going to be taken away from me. But don't worry, I've been working on it, you know, slowly but surely. So it's getting better with time. And I feel like if you practice things that like you're struggling with, they get better over time. So that's definitely one of my fears. Another like actual fear is like small ledges and heights. Oh my gosh, I've just recently seen this video where like this mountain biker was going on mountains on a ledge that was literally the size of his wheel. I almost got a heart attack. Like, I cannot do that. Or like people, there's some extremists that walk on buildings on like skyscrapers. No, thank you. Not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Like, no, thank you. That gives me such anxiety, such like, clenching skin. Like, no, absolutely not. I don't even want to think about it because it's already giving me like heebie-jeebies. Like, no, thank you. So those are some of my fears. Also weaknesses. Let's see, my weaknesses. I mean, I feel like I have a lot, but one of the weaknesses I've been like trying to like mend is lack of patience. I feel like because I'm more of like a high energy person usually, I'm always like go. And I worked in a toxic work environment for years that really kind of altered my patient level. And now it's like, I want to get things done now. Like, I don't have time. Like, let's go. You know, so it's horrible because, I mean, you got to be patient to, you know, evolve. You got to be patient to like work with people. So I've been really trying to work on my patience and just, you know, kind of being more calm, more subdued. Like, I really want to work on being patient because I feel like growing up, I was a really patient child. Like, there was a time and point where I really wanted to be a teacher because I was so patient, because I had the patience to explain things to people multiple times and like make sure they understand. And now it's just like, okay, like I'll try once, I'll try twice, and then I'm like, okay, I just can't do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what has happened? Like, it's so important. I will emphasize this because it's so crucial. You guys, you become who you surround yourself with, period. Like, it's so important to have like a good environment. Like if you have toxic people in your life, if you just have a really bad environment, like get out of it, change your surroundings because it will affect you. Like, I am still battling with things in myself that I didn't grow up with, but that environment has like altered and changed me, and now I'm just kind of stuck battling with it. So super important tip of the day: surround yourself with who you want to become and what you want to be. You're welcome. And then last thing, insecurities. I leave that for last because I am insecure about my insecurities, you guys. Oh my gosh, the sun is completely like gloomy. Okay, so insecurities, I have so many, you guys. Like, if I went on like a rampage. Oh, thank you for cutting the grass. Thank you, I appreciate it. Do you guys hear that? I'm almost done anyway, but okay, enough stalling. So a lot of my insecurities, I feel like, are physical. And I think I might do like a whole nother video because over the years, like, I have learned to like love myself fully and just like really work on the flaws or insecurities that I have. Because an insecurity, I found that it's just like perspective of like yourself in comparison to other things or other people, right? So what seems bad to one person might not be bad at all to another, you know? And it's all about just point of view and perspective. So one of my insecurities is probably my arms. My arms have always been my insecurity. They were like really flabby, and over the last few years I have been working on them, and yeah, and they're not bad, right? Like, they're not bad, like they're okay. But like, that's something that I always struggled with. Like, until last year, I kid you not, I would never show off my arms. I always had shirts that cover at least half of my arm. I wore cardigans on a daily. And so now I'm really like at a point in my life where I am just not caring. Like, I'm just trying to live life to the fullest, And now I'm at a point where I'm all about comfort. Like, that's all I really care about. Like, it doesn't even matter what other people see or look at. It doesn't matter. Like, I feel good if I'm comfortable. So I'm wearing even today a little tank top. This is actually a crop top with some shorts I got on, whoops, sorry for shaking you guys. I got on Shein, and you know what? It is what it is. All we can do is just like try to improve ourselves. And I have been working out. You know, you guys know that I did keto almost a year and a half ago now, and I lost like 30 pounds in 2.5 months. Ridiculous. But with the excessive weight loss so rapidly, you know, obviously, you know, there's gonna be skin. So ever since then, I've been going to the gym at least like twice a week and trying to like work on my arms and just toning. And it's a slow progress, you know. I could be doing more, but the fact that I'm doing something like towards that, towards eliminating like the areas and things I don't like or feel insecure about, gives me that kind of like self-comfort. And it's like, okay, well, I'm doing something, you know, so it's not like it's just there. And so that makes me feel better. And another insecurity of mine, I mean, you guys know, I mean, I've struggled with weight gain and weight just like majority of my life. Like, it's never been like, I was a normal kind of like thin kid, and then we came to the US and all this like superficial, artificial, sugary crap. I mean, I loved it as a kid. So like, I gained weight, and I'm always like on a little wave of weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss. But I mean, after keto, I feel like keto kind of reprogrammed my body a little bit. So now when I'm not eating, or when I'm eating carbs and sugar, it just instantly knows to like burn fat when I am fasting or not eating. So that has helped me a lot. And I have keto videos. If you guys want to check them out, I'll have them linked down below. I am definitely gonna do another updated like kind of just how to lose weight quick keto style, or like things you want to do to just decrease bloating or just feel better, because there are like tips that I would give that you don't take away at first. For the first like week or two, don't even bother not eating certain foods. Just drink a gallon of water a day and start walking 10 to 20 minutes a day, and you guys will not believe what a difference that makes in the first like week without even changing your eating habits. And then that will like motivate you to do more, and then you minus the sugars, and then you stop eating at a certain time, and then you get super into like healthier foods and whole foods, and you start realizing like processed foods are the problem. And then it's kind of like a spiral. Once you start, you can't stop, and then it just betters your life every single day. And so I'll do like a separate whole video on that, because I think that's like, health is just so important. Like, there are so many people in our society that are getting sick with like cancer and thyroid and all kinds of like diseases that, you know, can be easily, I feel like, fixed with food and proper nutrition. I am a complete like what are they called, homeopaths? I think so. I think that's what it's called when you believe in like natural medicine, you know. And yeah, obviously there's exceptions to every rule, so don't get me wrong. But I think, you know, I do believe that there's a cure in nutrition instead of just taking a pill for everything, right? So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Kind of got a little bit dark at the very end, but I think that's it for today. I am so glad you guys were here. I hope the lighting was not too crazy bad. Oh, I got a little birdie in my video. Cute. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you guys want to answer any of these questions in the comments down below. Like, what are your fears? What are your insecurities? What are some of your weaknesses? Like, it's okay to be vulnerable. That's another thing I learned like in my life, is that, you know, the more you share, the more comfort and like joy you bring to people, because they don't feel alone. Like, obviously nobody's perfect. Obviously everyone has weaknesses, flaws, insecurities. And so I feel like it's always a good feel vibe if you share those with other people, share the hard things, so good things are easy, you know? All right, I am ending with that note. I am sending you guys lots of love from me to you. Stay happy, stay positive, and I will see you guys super soon. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.